is one of the most successful rally drivers in Kenya who will be all out to treat us to the ultimate experience of the WRC Safari Rally.
Yeah, I think it's just amazing to have the Safari Rally on, in Kenya. It's a well-known event. It's an amazing event. It's the nostalgia behind it is huge. I'm hoping that we can differentiate ourselves a bit from the normal WRC events. Hopefully, a bit like the Dakar does. I mean, we've got a lot more to offer than just purely a WRC event on the calendar. And I am going to lap up this event with wholeheartedly. I just can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see all my fans out there, everyone, not just my fans. And yeah, I think we should all just really appreciate that it's something spectacular that's coming back to home ground.
Rallying has literally been in the genes for Carl Tundo, as his father Frank Tundo was one of the pioneers as a privateer, not forgetting his siblings and notably Tasha, who followed suit.
My father used to rally in the 70s and 80s. He used to drive for Subaru when local drivers got manufacturer cars for Safari Rally. So we used to follow him around every Easter, like every Kenyan used to do. Kenya used to come to a standstill to watch the Safari Rally. So that's the backbone of my rallying career came from my father and his enjoyment. My mother, obviously, being involved with my father's rallying career, she also organizes events. She was chairman of our motorsport club for many years. Now she's running the classic rally. My sister used to drive and navigate for my dad. She's navigated for me in the past. And then I have an elder brother who is a pilot, but he's done a few events. He did my first ever event that I ever did back when I was 17, 18. And he's now going to navigate for my father in the classic rally. So we're all motorsport mad. We've all, I used to ride pickies, not competitively, but growing up on the farm in Marilal, I suppose, is where I learnt where the beginning of my skills came from.
He has lived up to expectations to cause ripples in the Kenya National Rally Championship as well as the East Africa Classic Rally.
I've done many. I mean, I've won four of the Kenya National Rally Championships since I started rallying. Almost 5. I've been on the runner-up quite a few times. Sort of, I would say, out of that 10 times. So yeah, I'm quite proud of my achievements on the local scene. I think I've won about 40-something rallies in my career. So, it's something to be proud of. It's something I'm blessed to be able to rally. I am obviously now this is another step, sort of, to get under my belt, do another WRC. And we'll see. I always go in this with Tim for the enjoyment factor. So long as we're enjoying it, we'll carry on going. I obviously have a competitive spirit, so we'll see what happens when I lose my edge, whether we carry on. But my dad still rallies, and he's 73 or something. So it's in our blood. So I've got 2 kids that hopefully will want to compete as well. They're showing signs. So yeah, there's a lot more in the future that we can look forward to as well.
In 2009, he equaled Shekameter's 5 times a win in the Safari Rally, though it had already been removed from the WRC calendar and could have surpassed that record in the ARC had it been part of the championship.
The last 19 years, we've obviously had a Safari Rally, which I have managed to win 5 times. It's been part of the African Championship. It's a shame the Equator Rally was changed. We have the Safari Rally, otherwise it would be my 6th. So anyway, yeah, we've had an event. We've had all the sort of top Africans come and compete, and I've managed to win it with Tim 5 times. No, I've equaled with Shekameter. Obviously his, I would say, were a lot harder. Well, it's different. He was up against the best in the world. I was up against the best in Africa. So there's a bit of a difference there, but it's in the record book, so I'm just going to keep that record. It's nice to be linked to Shekameto, who is one of our greats.
He has been driving a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10 and is all grateful to his sponsors for ensuring he got all the necessary support.
Menengai Oil have been phenomenal. Top Fry have sort of carried me for the last 12 years. Hopefully they'll carry me again after this little sabbatical that I do, and they've just been huge at helping me get to where I am now and hopefully in the future.
3, 2, 1, and they're off. Top Flash Tundo.
Carl Tundo is representing Minty Motorsports in a Volkswagen Polo R5, which he drove to victory in the ARC Equator Rally ahead of the WRC Safari Rally seamlessly.
It's just one of those rallies that went really well. Everything gelled, the team worked, the car worked, I worked, Tim worked, we all kind of worked together. Obviously, we'd never driven the car before, so it was a learning curve to begin with, but actually it's quite an easy car to get used to. It's got a lot of power, so that counts. It handles amazingly well, and obviously we, maybe experience, because I've been around for a long time. I know Soisambu, I know all the stages that we're on. I know everyone else does, but I'm good at remembering roads. And we just went out there again we always do, just to go and enjoy ourselves. Yeah, it was just one of those rallies that went well for all of us.
And unlike most Kenyan drivers who will be making their debut in the WRC, the Nakuru-based driver will be taking part for the third time, having competed twice before in 1995 and 2002.
Did 1995 Safari Rally way back when. My father was rallying for Subaru at the time, and they gave me one of the recce cars to go and do the event. But that was also, it was a big endurance event. So it was, I remember it being about 3,000 kilometers around the country, and we actually did okay. We came 10th in that one. So that's, yeah, it's a bit different to these days, but that's one of my highlights, my highest achievements, coming 10th in a WRC. And then I did the last ever WRC, the 2002 was when I started rallying. So it's quite unfortunate that I've had to wait 19 years to do another one, but the fact that I can is a blessing to me. We retired very early. That was a terrible event for everyone, I think. It definitely wasn't the best Safari Rally that was out there, and it's no hidden secret. So no, we didn't finish that. And it's taken 19 years now to get it back, so hopefully we can organise a fantastic event so we can keep it for a few more.
He will not only rely on his prowess, experience and competitive nature to make it to the finish this time around, but on the skills of his long-term partner Tim Jessop in the grueling, tricky course.
Tim's been amazing. Obviously, I think it's a formula that works. We've been together 19 years. I think it's the longest ever partnership in Kenyan history. Yeah, it is what it is. That's why I feel we're kind of successful. We're godparents to each of the other's kids. We've known each other all our lives. It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I got into rallying through my dad. Like I said, he used to prepare a lot of the vehicles for AVA Motorsport, which was Johnny Hillier, David Horsey. So he's built and prepared rally cars. And as a kid, I grew up around them, watching him back at the office, working on them. And then when we had an opportunity to get into the navigator's seat, in fact, I did, I think, 2 rallies with Alistair Kavanagh before Flash, and then Flash got the bug again, so got a car, and from there we we just kept the partnership. Yeah, we've been rallying now for 21 years. Long partnership. I think it's one of the longest in Africa. It's just one of those where we get on, we're good friends in and out of the car. I think we've had more arguments in the car than out of the car. but it's one of those where you both respect each other's role in the car. You enjoy the highs and you get over the lows quickly and learn from them. So yeah, we're friends outside the car too, so that's it plays a big part.
They will compete in the WRC3, where they intend to prove themselves against the work teams, who nevertheless will be on a different level.
It's like playing golf against Tiger Woods. Even if you have home advantage, I think the outcome would be the same if I played Tiger Woods against on my home golf course. I don't think I would do well. I might get a few points with my handicap. So I don't have high expectations. I want to go out there, see how it is. It's a new thing for us after 19 years. I'm really going to enjoy the event, that's for one. Enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the whole hustle and bustle of what WRC is, enjoy the fact that it's on our home turf, enjoy the fans, enjoy just, I am 100% looking to lap up as much. We have home advantage, we know where we're going, we know what we're doing, but these guys, it's the rallying has changed from 20 years ago, where it was an endurance event where local Kenyans were given WRC cars to enter in. They had the backup of the works teams. We don't. We're a privateer in a lesser powered car. We will definitely 100% do our best and try and do the nation proud, but I'm going to look to in my WRC3 category, I'm going to look to try and get on the podium there and win it. So that's a plus. But I think everyone needs to understand that it's a completely different ball game, and come out and then see what I mean by how it's all changed. And how quick these guys are. Completely different ball game. Yes, the routes are the same. It was also wet in the ARC, which I thrive in. I have my fingers crossed, everything crossed that it's wet again. But as you can see, it's probably, we're in June, end of June, it's usually the dry period. So, it'll be a completely different ball game this time. If it's dry, it'll definitely get, with the amount of cars that are entered, there's going to be lots of ruts, lots of dust, lots of animals, I think, as well. I think the WRC boys won't have experienced rallying quite like it. So I'm interested to see how they fare and how they adapt to our roads. More than anything, I'm really excited about seeing them. For myself, I'll just go out there like any other event, enjoy ourselves, and I've got a very competitive spirit, so we'll do our best.
Yeah, Safari is one of those ones that you always want to do well in. World famous, probably one of the greatest rallies known through lots of generations. And we've always done quite well in it, but obviously it's not what it used to be. The initial Safari was long endurance, very little sleep, roadside servicing, traversing across the country. Obviously today it's shorter, slightly faster cars, so you can't really compare it, but it is what it is, and we go out and try and win it. I don't think it would be a navigator's rally. I think it's more of a driver's rally. Listening to what we're hearing about the stages, quite narrow, some of them tight and twisty. So I think we've got a good mixture. I think the Safari rally team have put a good mix of stages together. If it doesn't rain, it's going to be dusty. That's going to be some of the big challenges. And if it rains, we look forward to it. In fact, we're praying for some rain. I think tight and twisty stuff, the navigators have to be on the notes, because in the tight and twisty, you miss a corner, the driver can't see what's coming. I think the navigators have a little bit of an easier time on the more open, flat-out stages. So yeah, I think we'll have a bit of both. I think some stages will be for the driver and some will be for the navigator.
There you go, well done. Congratulations to the champion of the ARC, Ipata, Rally, Tundo, and Tim Jessop.
Tundo is definitely one of the fiercer competitors to watch out for in the WRC Safari Rally, where he will be all out to live up to his name and do the nation proud.
You know, I think it's an amazing event. We're lucky to be able to live in a country that has that nostalgia of the Safari Rally here. I'm hoping we can get back to the days of old. It's a huge privilege to be able to do it. I'm hoping that slowly, once we get sort of to grasp with what WRC promoters are looking for, we can maybe change it up a bit into a more safari adventure, you know, a bit like the Dakar has its own sort of formula. That's what I would like to see, but just the fact that it is here is phenomenal. So we hope that in a few days, when the WRC comes, everyone comes out there and cheers on the local guys who are racing. And let's just absorb this whole WRC coming back to home ground, and let's hope we can perform and do well.